What's up guys, Chris here from Nomad Fit, and in today's video I am doing a review of Rob Lipsett's online coaching app. So if you're not familiar with Rob Lipsett, he is a fitness YouTuber and influencer. I actually found out about his channel through his previous videographer, Ben Keeley, who I found out through Christian LeBlanc's channel, Lost LeBlanc. So it's funny how YouTube works with, following the rabbit hole. You end up discovering people you wouldn't have otherwise discovered. But I started following Rob, and I like the way he runs his channel. He seems like a genuine guy, no bullshit. And that's why when I was looking to test out and review a new program, I decided to head to Rob Lipsett. So I believe when I first started following Rob, he was delivering his programs in ebook form on his website. Now if you go to roblipsett.com, you can see that he's now promoting this new fitness app, and there's really nowhere to see those previous ebooks. So I think he's moved it now onto the one experience with the app. And if we click on online coaching app or more info, we can go to his sales page where he has two options. First option is the 30-day summer body workout program, which is 37 euros monthly, and then the 12-week transformation program, which is 97 euros for 12 weeks. Now, I've just read now, as I'm looking at this website, that these are recurring memberships. I'm not exactly sure why that would be the case, given that the program is only 30 days and the 12-week program is only 12 weeks. So I need to check that, see if I'm actually on a recurring subscription. If I am, I don't quite understand that, because it is only a program as big as the amount of days that you buy in the program. So either 30 days or 12 weeks. So I would check up on that. But essentially what you get is meal plans, which full disclosure, I didn't use the meal plans. I had a look at them, but I'm on my own flexible diet that I talk about in a video, which I'll link to somewhere up here on YouTube. Obviously, you get the workout programs. You get access to a closed Facebook group, which is not that big, to be honest. And obviously, you get access to the members only app, and obviously 24-hour email support. I'm just reading here that if I have any questions regarding plans or programs, feel free to email in at any time. What's up guys, thought I'd just jump in and interject here because I did get billed a second time for the program. Fair enough, it was probably all along a monthly program, but I've sent the team an email saying that I wasn't aware it was a subscription, but I'd just like to cancel after the second month. I don't know what the confusion is. They're asking me, did I wish to proceed with cancellation? That's pretty much what I wrote. I also gave them some of the feedback that I'm going to be talking about in this video. So I have let them know. Not sure why there's any confusion there. And just for reference, it took them about 19 hours to respond to this email. Anyways, back to previous Chris to talk about the full review of the program. If we click start here or go into the buy now button, what happens is you get taken to a screen where obviously you put in your payment details, but then after that you put in your personal details like date of birth, weight, height, your goal, your experience level, stuff like that. So the idea of putting in all this information is somehow that the program is tailored to you, but it doesn't actually feel when the program comes to you that it's necessarily tailored to you. Maybe that's just my mistake, maybe there's variations, but I definitely think that it's at least an algorithm that's creating these programs based on what you put into it, rather than an actual human going in and looking at these and changing different aspects of the program for you. One of the reasons why I think this is because I said in the sign-up process that I don't eat fish, yet there's fish in the meal plan that I got, which by the way takes I think up to 24 hours for it to come back to you. So I doubt whether anyone actually looks at your results and creates a program around that. Not that I'm expecting it, but it's a bit funny that it acts as though it's tailoring a program when it doesn't really seem to be doing any of that. So like I said, after you do that, you'll get an email saying your meal plan is ready, and you'll go to the dashboard. So there's two little boxes you can click on, the meal plan and the workout program, and then what you get is these little accordions. So you can open them up and you get one option, pretty prescriptive. You can follow this to a T, but there's no like flexibility with this, I guess. Again, I didn't use the meal plan, I did my own diet, so I didn't look too much at this, but just having a quick squiz at it, yeah, it doesn't seem very flexible. I know with diet, it's hard to be as structured as your workout. So going back to the dashboard, if we go into the actual workout program, we get the accordion structure again, and then we get these little boxes with the number of reps and what muscle group it's targeting. We can also watch a video for most of them on how Rob actually performs the exercise. So you can see it actually being performed, and most of them as well, once you click into these little cards, they'll have step-by-step text instructions as well. So that's kind of how it looks on the inside. The way the program is structured, it's not like explained at all, but it seems that Monday is, I'll just have a look at it right now on my phone. It seems that Monday is legs day. Then you've got chest, abs, and then hitting your shoulders and traps. Then you've got your back exercises, which are pull-ups and different rows. Then you've got on day 4 more chest, shoulders, more abs, and more shoulders and trapezius. Then day 5, it seems to be the arms day. So you hit your biceps and your triceps. So I'm not exactly sure why you hit chest on multiple occasions, why you're hitting your traps on multiple occasions. I have seen programs before where you hit abs on multiple occasions during the week, so I'm not surprised by that. But there's been some situations in the program where you are doing a pretty hard exercise the day before, and then the next day, or at least 2 days on, you are doing the same exercise again. So to me, that has seemed pretty soon to be, working the same muscle group. But again, I'm no expert, just one of my observations. As for the experience of using the app itself, it's a little bit finicky, to be honest. If I press into things, they take a little while to load. And sometimes there's an issue where after you watch a video and then go back to the previous page, you'll see a loading screen that never ends. You can easily get out of it by going back and then pressing back into that exercise. But again, and this is probably the biggest criticism I have of the whole thing, is the app experience is quite lacking, and it's not clear why this all needed to be on an app rather than on a website or even on a text-based program. Obviously with the videos, it needs to be some sort of interactive program, but the app itself doesn't really feel native to like what a phone app would be. So I'll get more into the app later probably, but for now, let's go into my notes about the actual program. So my first impressions were, 1, there's no information about warming up. So I've heard Rob talk about warming up in some of his videos on his YouTube channel, but in this particular program, there was no information about what you should do to warm up. It just literally has the exercises, and so what I did was I just rocked up to the gym and got straight into it. The other thing is he had no indication of rest after sets or in between sets. So from my experience of doing bodybuilding programs before, I just stuck with 1 minute 30. I thought that was a pretty good rest period. But again, he didn't say, so I have no idea what he thinks is a good rest in between sets. Also, no information about progression, like how much you should aim to progress each week. Again, it's pretty common sense that you should try and put up the weight every week at least. But again, with those exercises that you do the same one multiple times in a week, should you be progressing each of those? Are you really giving your muscles enough time to rest in order to progress in the next exercise that may be the day after or 2 days after. So he kind of doesn't talk about progression at all. The only real detailed text is when he's explaining the steps of an actual exercise. So that is something that I wish there was more of in the app. A little bit of even an introduction to say, this is why we're doing it this way. There's no rationale for the actual program in the program, and those extra little questions aren't really covered. And on that, the other thing was when he recommends really hard exercises, like for instance, pull-ups for me, sometimes I can't reach 15, 12, 10, 8 in a row. So what I did was I just tried my absolute best. But then when you have that exercise of unweighted pull-ups and then right next to it you have weighted pull-ups and you can't even, hit the rep targets on the unweighted, then you're like, well, what do I do for that second exercise? I'm obviously not going to put weight on it, or maybe I should. Again, these questions come up and there's not a lot of information in the program to teach you about what you should be doing in that instance. And it actually works the flip side. In the last week of the program on legs day, it's in the program to do body weight squats, but body weight squats just offer pretty much no resistance for me. So I'm doing this heavy leg set after this really, really easy set, and I wonder why it's even in there to begin with, but who knows? For some other people, it may be a lot of resistance. Another thing I noticed about the program was targeting the same muscle group in multiple sets straight after each other. So for instance, shrugs, calf raises, biceps. I noticed for these muscle groups, he could be prescribing up to 1 to 3 sets of basically the same exercise, but with a smaller tweak. So you could be doing up to 12 to 15 straight sets of pretty much the same exercise targeting the same muscle group. Again, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. This is something that surprised me. And with like shrugs, for instance, he's got that in the program twice per week, often stacking front bar shrugs with back bar shrugs, which are almost the same exercise. So yeah, again, interesting observation, but no information about the principles that are guiding this program. So yeah, my other notes here are virtually the same things as what I've been saying. Sometimes I felt that certain exercises were done a little too early after doing the exact same ones like the day before or the day previous to that, so 2 days before. Overall, it sounds like I'm being really nitpicky of the program, but overall, I liked the program, like it's too early to say whether I'm getting great results out of it yet, but I definitely enjoyed it. And I think it's worth the 37 euros to have somebody just tell you what to do rather than me figuring out what to do. Although I would like some more information about why we are doing it this way. That would be a value add for me. So yeah, like I said, overall, great program. I'm still a big fan of Rob's, and I'm still gonna do the exercises set out. So I'm gonna do another 30 days of the 30-day summer body program, even though it's winter here. But the big criticism I have is that the app experience is very lacking and there's a few bugs in it. So I would definitely get on top of that if I was Rob. And look, it's probably at MVP stage. The app just launched. So I come from a web developer background, so I know that you can just basically take the same website and put it into an app using basic technology. I would assume that's what him and his team have done. It doesn't feel that native. So the app itself needs a lot of work. But I hope that he'll improve on the app, and maybe it's a sign of bigger things to come where he'll add in more features and it'll be something a little bit more fully fledged. We've seen other fitness influencers build really good apps, and those apps have blown up. So that's probably the direction that Rob wants to head in. Again, if Rob watches this video, he can comment below and tell me more about why he went with the app. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the program. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll throw some links up on your screen now to subscribe to the channel and check out some of the other videos. Leave your comments in the comment section below, especially if you've tried out the program as well and had any other points. These are just my ideas. So I look forward to seeing your feedback in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. So I'll see you then.